Imagine this. The world suddenly goes silent. No more music, no news, no voices crackling through the airwaves. Every radio station, from the biggest networks to the smallest local broadcasters, has been shut down. An eerie, unprecedented quiet descends upon society. For most, it was a moment of confusion and fear. But for one woman, a radio engineer named Ilara, it was a call to action. Ilara had spent her entire life surrounded by the magic of radio. She learned to build her first crystal set with her grandfather, her fingers fumbling with copper wires and germanium diodes. The thrill of capturing a distant voice out of thin air never left her. Radio wasn't just a job, it was the lifeblood of her community, a thread that connected people across towns, cities, and even countries. When the government, citing a national security threat, issued a blanket ban on all broadcasts, it felt like they had ripped the heart out of the world. In the first days of the silence, a heavy sense of isolation settled over everyone. People were cut off, reliant only on slow, censored internet updates and official government statements. Rumors spread like wildfire, and panic began to simmer just beneath the surface. Neighbors who once chatted over the fence now looked at each other with suspicion. The vibrant tapestry of society was fraying at the edges. Ilara couldn't stand it. From her small workshop filled with oscilloscopes, soldering irons, and dusty schematics, she saw the growing division and knew she had to do something. They could shut down the transmitters, confiscate the equipment, and silence the stations. But they couldn't erase the knowledge from her mind. They couldn't extinguish the spirit of connection. Working tirelessly, fueled by coffee and a burning sense of purpose, Ilara began to build something new. It wasn't a traditional radio transmitter that could be easily traced and shut down. Instead, she devised a brilliant, decentralized network. She modified old, forgotten pieces of technology, things like garage door openers, baby monitors, and even microwave ovens, turning them into makeshift low-power transmitters and receivers. She started small, creating a tiny network that connected just a few houses on her block. She taught her neighbors how to build their own simple receivers from common household items. Her first broadcast was quiet, crackly, and barely reached the end of the street. But it was a voice in the silence. She shared verified news, messages of hope, and played old songs from a battered cassette player. She gave people something to hold on to. Word of the Whisper Network, as it came to be known, spread not through the airwaves, but through hushed conversations and secret notes. People traveled miles to get their hands on one of Ilara's hand-drawn schematics. Soon, small pockets of connection began to spring up all over the city. Then, the region, each node was independent, a tiny spark of light in the overwhelming darkness. Her voice, and the voices of others she inspired, became a lifeline. The authorities tried to stamp it out, but it was like trying to catch smoke with a net. The network was everywhere and nowhere at once. In a world where they had tried to enforce silence, Elara orchestrated a symphony. She proved that the human need to connect is a force of nature, one that can't be legislated or silenced. They could shut down the radios, but they couldn't shut down the people. She showed everyone that when the official signals go dark, we can learn to become the signal for each other. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.